hey, I'm a big fan of politics and how that works, the inner workings and all that kind of jazz. But the one thing that always surprises me is that how can someone own like a television station and just play whatever they want, or just have one side of the coin constantly being shown? Because if you only watch certain channels, you're only going to get that viewpoint, right? Either or, right? Whether it's Republican, Democrats, whatever, it's all the same that way, right? One's love, one's hate, and then it switches every once in a while, right? So I got thinking about that, like, why is that? Because it didn't seem like it was always kind of that way. Like, like there was a time when we had your Knowlton Nashes and you had, your Dan Rathers and Walter Cronkites. Now was like concrete news, and then something swung the other way. And I think part of it was, if we hop back in the way back machine, you go back to 1949 and talk about the Fairness Doctrine, which was the U.S. Federal Communications Commission put into play that required, if you had a broadcast license, you had to display both sides of a controversial issue, right? You have to offer that different viewpoint, right? Basically, issues of public importance. You can't just go on and say that, this happened with the mayor, right? Because there's another side to it, and it's like, no, that's not what happened. It was actually this part. But if you only follow that one piece and they only present that, that's all you're going to know, right? So they tried to eliminate that piece. And that piece lasted for, about 40 years. Although I will say this, in about 1958-59, when Kennedy was going against Nixon in that election, and of course Kennedy won, part of it was the fact that the Fairness Doctrine had to display both viewpoints, so the Democrats were able to hit more of that concrete area in the states that normally don't vote Democrat because of that. Interesting little fact. And despite the fact that Nixon looked like he was trying to smuggle a ham out of a Walmart in that debate. But and Kennedy was like the coolest man alive. But anyways, I digress. We're going to jump ahead now to 1987, which we're in the Republican administration. It's Ronald Reagan's last term. They cut it. Shoop, it's gone. And there's two basic elements, like I said, required to devote some time to air controversial issues and to air controlling views regarding those matters. They cut that piece, okay? They stopped doing it, they cut it out. And then now you got Fox News, CNN, all of them grew out of that. The Fairness Doctrine. Learn about it. It's pretty cool.